Like, that's the law 300, henceforth, L300xdj990jmcN. If I can get this in one go, I mean, if you want to get technical, you could say that, but you needn't, because, and it is implied, that doesn't all the Bible encompass all logic, and we're having a discussion about the Bible, so doesn't that mean? No, that's not what I'm saying. Technically, the Bible doesn't encompass all literature, and all literature does encompass the Bible. And if we look at it like a computer program, that's ones and zeros. If you read the Bible, I have found, like a computer program at the end of running will display how many errors it found. It's called a checksum. It's like the program can't complete because there's a checksum of 99 or whatever. I need to start again. No. For instance, checksum 0 by comparison means there were no errors found. It ran through and it didn't find a single mistake. If you can't get past the opening chapter without encountering an error, how many more errors are there likely to be before you get to the end? You cannot even get out of Genesis before there are too many errors for the program to continue without contradicting itself. Basically, not functioning as a matter of principle. Adherence in the integrity of the program. Inheritance, adherence in the integrity of the program. If you tell a story at the beginning and say, once upon a time, or when tigers smoked, or in the magical fairy tale land of never, never, ever, Captain Hook is actually the, true hero of the story, trying to get Peter Pan to grow up. But this is literally the story of the mind of an author who lost his brother while they were ice skating, who sank into the ice at the age of 10. So in his brother's mind, he never grew up, and he wrote the story to give him this kind of existence, and he started wearing his brother's clothes and whistling the tune that his brother whistled, and just to make his mom feel better, and she actually believed it. It was like, "Peter, is that you?" And then he got depressed because it was like, "No, Mom, sorry, it's just me." What a miserable guy. And that's just, the real life story of how Peter Pan was written by the author. If the Bible was written that way now, instead of insisting that, say, the King James Version was the most accurate version and ignore all the medieval torture involved by King James or the Roman Catholic Empire, that would be one thing, but it doesn't proceed literally. So I take issue with the source material being used to quote logic, whereas logic is a class I took in college and a computer program is logical. But saying that the Bible is logical is incorrect. It's a very faulty, misleading source material and dangerous to take out of context. Like one time, I killed a snake. Just a harmless garden variety bull snake, probably, because I was trying to take the Bible literally in that passage where it says, the snake shall bite your heel and you shall crush it underfoot. But that's not what you're supposed to do. And I felt bad after hurting this harmless, ancient, wise creature that was not a threat to me, and that's what I learned as a child, and now I'm like 2,000 years older than that, metaphorically speaking, 43, if not 500 million or 2 billion, whatever, 21 times 21 years. And at the same time, I'm frustrated by cartoons, by cartoonish ideas that persist in the minds of real people when I'm trying to be constructive and get to the point and get to the bottom of things, and people want to hide their faces and run away and not answer questions about storage units, for instance. So today in class, I think it's important to recognize that the shadow in the story, Peter's shadow, is part of him. It's not some evil external force. It's literally a reflection of himself in the light. If I were to take it into my own context and own commanding the verse to suit my purposes, that's what I would say about it. And that's a contradiction with what I've seen as the prevailing disposition in the actions of those I have to depend and rely on.